This is one of the most beloved spots on the entire Grand Strand. A lot of buyers who want beach access in a more peaceful setting land here. And this little town has a big reputation. It actually brands itself the family beach. Now, not everyone wants to be right on the ocean. So just inland from Myrtle Beach, you have two major communities worth knowing. 60 miles. That's how much coastline makes up what we call the Grand Strand. And if you're moving to the Myrtle Beach area, knowing the difference between these towns could literally save you from buying in the wrong spot. Stick with me because in the next few minutes, I'm going to put you on the map, literally. I'm Layne, and I help people just like you make the move to the South Carolina coast without the stress, without the guesswork, and without picking the wrong neighborhood. If you're already researching the area and want to talk through where you might fit best, the link to reach me is right below this video. No pressure, no sales pitch, just a conversation. Now, let's get into this map. First, let's zoom out. The Grand Strand, that's the local name for this entire stretch of coastline, begins right here at the North Carolina-South Carolina border and runs for 60 miles of continuous Atlantic coastline all the way down to Georgetown. That's a lot of beach, and it's home to dozens of communities, each with its own personality. Let's start at the top and work our way down. Up here at the northern tip, right where the two states meet, is Little River. Little River is a quiet, laid-back waterfront community known for its fresh seafood, its blue crab festival, and a marina vibe that feels a world away from the main strip. A lot of buyers who want coastal charm without the crowds end up loving Little River. Just a bit inland from Little River, you've got Longs. Longs is a hot area of development right now, taking it from a rural, mostly farming community to a region of planned neighborhoods. New shopping and retail is popping up too. If you love a little more space, a quieter pace, and a little more home for your dollar, it's worth taking a look. Now, moving south along the coast, we hit North Myrtle Beach. And don't let the name fool you. This is its own city. It's got a strong community feel, a beautiful beach access, and it's home to the legendary Ocean Drive area, the birthplace of the Carolina Shag Dance. North Myrtle tends to feel a little more residential and a little less commercial than its neighbor to the south, which a lot of my clients really appreciate. And here we are, Myrtle Beach. This is the heart of the Grand Strand. The city itself, the entertainment, the restaurants, the Broadway of the beach area, the boardwalk, it's all centered right here. And this is also where Myrtle Beach International Airport is located, right here, just west of the main beach corridor. If you're flying in to visit, and most of my out-of-state clients do, you'll land here. It's a small, easy airport, and you're practically at the beach the moment you step outside. Now, not everyone wants to be right on the ocean, so just inland from Myrtle Beach, you have two major communities worth knowing, Carolina Forest and Socastee. Carolina Forest right here is one of the fastest growing areas in Horry County. Newer construction, good schools, a ton of amenities, and prices that often give you more house for your money. Socastee, just a little further south of Carolina Forest, is a more established community with a hometown feel, easy access to the Intracoastal Waterway, and a great location if you want to be close to everything without being in the middle of it. Now further inland, you have Conway. This is the county seat of Horry County. Conway has a beautiful, historic downtown right along the Waccamaw River, a real small town charm, and it's the kind of place that surprises people when they discover it. It's not on the beach, but it's a part of this market worth knowing. Now, when you go even just a little further inland, let me move this map. You have Loris, Galivants, Ferry, and Aynor. These are small rural towns in the upper part of Horry County. They're part of the county family, but they're a significant drive from the coast. I mentioned them so you have a full picture of the area, but most of my relo clients are looking to be much closer to the water. So back on the coast, heading south, here we have Surfside Beach. And this little town has a big reputation. It actually brands itself the family beach. And it has earned that name. It's quieter, cleaner, and just a bit more tucked away from the commercial energy of Myrtle Beach proper. A lot of buyers who want beach access in a more peaceful setting land here. Now, just below Surfside is Garden City, a small peninsula community with a very loyal following. It's got a classic, old-school beach town feel, a fishing pier, and a community that people tend to fall in love with on the very first visit. Now, going down a little further south, we have Murrells Inlet. This is one of the most beloved spots on the entire Grand Strand. This is the seafood capital of South Carolina, home to the famous Marsh Walk, incredible waterfront dining, and some of the most beautiful marsh views you'll find anywhere on the East Coast. And here's one thing worth knowing. Murrells Inlet actually straddles a county line. The northern portion sits in Horry County, while the southern portion crosses into Georgetown County. It's one community with two addresses in a sense, but the feel is seamless throughout. You really can't tell when you cross that county line. Now, continuing south just a little bit more, we have Pawleys Island. This is one of the oldest resort communities on the East Coast, and honestly one of the most charming places I know. It's low-key, naturally beautiful, and fiercely protective of its character. The people who love Pawleys Island really love Pawleys Island. It has a come-as-you-are, shabby chic vibe that sets it apart from everywhere else on the Grand Strand. And here, at the very southern end of the Grand Strand, 60 miles from where we started up in Little River, we have Georgetown. This is an historic port city with deep roots and beautiful antebellum architecture. It marks the southern boundary of this entire coastal region. It's worth knowing it's there, though it's a bit further removed from the core of the Myrtle Beach market. So there you have it, 60 miles of coastline from the North Carolina border all the way down to Georgetown and everything in between. Little River, North Myrtle Beach, Carolina Forest, Socastee, Conway, Surfside, Garden City, Murrells Inlet, Pawleys Island. Each one has its own personality, its own price points, and its own lifestyle. So which part of the Grand Strand is actually right for you? That's exactly what I help people figure out every single day. If you flew into Myrtle Beach International and liked what you saw, or if you're still at home somewhere cold, mapping this out on a screen and dreaming about your next chapter, reach out. The link is below. Let's have a real conversation about where you belong on this map. And if this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more local content, and check out the next video right here because we're just getting started. I'll see you on the coast.